Yeah, really excited to get back. It's always good to play at home, and we love playing on that pitch. And you know, we spend a lot of time on the road throughout the year, so getting a home game nice and early in the season is always nice. There'll be a big crowd down, I'd imagine. The weather's looking really good, so yeah, after last week, really excited to keep going, see what we can do. But last week only matters if we can back up this week at home. So yeah, the boys trained really well this week, and yeah, it'll be fun to run about in the sun on the Astro on Saturday.
A few familiar faces are back in the squad for this season. What will they bring to the dressing room?
Yeah, bring loads. Like Cal's come back from uni, he was down at Stirling and Aki's for 4 or 5 years, going through university. So he's back in, which is good because always good to get boys coming home once they've left to go to uni, maybe seen a different rugby club, experience a different environment, and come back and add to our environment and what they can bring in is huge. So Cal played really well on Saturday, and he's a really good player, so looking forward to seeing what he can do. We've got Scuba coming out of retirement, I think it lasted all of 4 days, so everyone knows what Scuba will bring. He's a really top scrummager, and an experienced head in there. So yeah, we've got a good group of boys. The squad's pretty settled from last year with those 2 coming in, and we've still got 60, 70 boys down at training, all pushing each other on for places, and I don't think actually the depth and talent has been this strong for years at the club. So it's really exciting to see that, and yeah, it's exciting to see what everyone can add to the place. Our main goal: win every game. You don't want to lose a game, do you? Realistic goals: we really want to improve our away form from last year, keep winning our home games, improve our away form, and hopefully be in the mix come Christmas. We've got 15 games on the bounce from now until Christmas. So if we're in the mix come Christmas, then who knows what can happen. But as long as we keep everyone available, keep everyone fit, it's going to be a bit of a slog, especially with away trips. And boys, it's a big commitment to play rugby in the National League up when we're up here in Inverness. So the physios will be busy, I'm sure. The boys make loads and loads of sacrifices, but that's just because we enjoy it so much and we're so committed to it. So yeah, see what we can do. Be in the mix by Christmas would be brilliant, and see what happens.
Davey, a new home season begins on Saturday. Must be very excited.
Yeah, just like every season, Joe. First game at home, when you start of a new season is really exciting at Canal Park, especially September. The weather's good, we'll have a good crowd down, and everyone just wants to get out in front of their home support and put in a good performance.
You got off to the perfect start last weekend with a bonus point victory versus Dundee. How important is it to make sure your away form doesn't hamper you this season?
Yeah, well, certainly last year, didn't it? We lost 2 or 3 games that we should have won away from home, and at the end of the day, that's your 12, 15 points that could have seen us really challenging for Kelso. Some of the other games, yeah, we were never in it, and we didn't deserve to win those ones, but there's 2 or 3 we need to really focus on and pick the points up there. As I say, at the end of the day, if you don't win a good majority of your away games, you're not going to be in contention for promotion at the end.
What have you been working on in pre-season to prepare you for matches like Saturday?
Yeah, well, Saturday's going to be tough. As I say, the first 2 or 3 games, you don't know how everyone is. Watson's had a great win on Saturday against Gala. How good were Gala? How good were Watson's? You just don't know until 4 or 5 games in. But we've been working hard. Obviously, Hugo's been doing a lot of S&C with them. The boys are really fit and strong, and we've just really pushed down our shape, what we're doing, where boys are going, getting in the right positions, and the normal continuity rugby. But also, we've got to think sometimes we've got to kick a lot as well and get the kick chase. And this week especially, we've done a lot with kick chase. And Tuesday night we'll do the same tonight. Watson's kicked a lot against Gala, so we need to be on our toes for that. But I've got a great back 3, big strong runners who can pick up ball and counter-attack that. So we're looking forward to see them hands on ball and having a run at them.
Chris, you've taken up the role of Director of Rugby ahead of the new season. Tell me how you feel.
I'm a bit daunted. It's a pretty big challenge for me. Brian Bell's done such a great job in the past, but he's still here to give me a wee hand, so I'm
Chris, you've taken up the role of Director of Rugby ahead of the new season. Tell me how you feel.
I'm a bit daunted. It's a pretty big challenge for me. Brian Bell's done such a great job in the past, but he's still here to give me a wee hand, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really happy to be doing it. Thank you.
How do you expect the club to develop on and off the pitch this season?
More of the same, I would say. We're going to continue to develop the players, give them better skills. So we do extra sessions for these guys, so they really are focusing on that. On the pitch, we're really looking at these new tackle laws because there's a big change in the heights. So we've really been hammering on all that, and the guys have picked it up really well. Off the field, we've got things like the new scoreboards come in. We're looking at more physio support for the ladies' team, which is getting on great guns at the minute, and we're really focusing on the girls' sides as well. So, all in all, a really exciting season, and we're looking forward to it.
Chris, can I get a message to the fans ahead of the new season?
Well, it's nothing better than being at Highland with a big, huge crowd, and it really spurs the players on. And so we're thankful for all your support in the past, but just bring it back again if you could. And good luck to Scotland on Sunday night.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Graham Finlater and the views expressed in this live stream are those of mine alone and not of Highland Rugby Club. Welcome to Canal Park where Highland take on Watsonians Rugby in League One of the Scottish Rugby National Leagues. As the wayside have just come on the park, I'll run through the teams quickly. For the home side, number 1 Stephen Murray, 2 Kevin Brown, 3 Stuart Watson, 4 Stuart Butler, 5 Rory Mighton, 16 Callum McPherson, 7 Gordon Gregor, 8 Callum Carson. Number 9 Hugo Crush, 10 Rory Carson, 11 Magnus Henry, 12 Jack Sulland, 13 Rupini Rockaguduni, 14 Andrew Kellick and 15 Rudy MacDonald. For the wayside, Watsonians, number 1 Cam Murphy, 2 Matt Pritchard, 3 Tom Gracie, 4 Kieran Kinnear, 5 Josh Minty, 6 Andrew Stephen, 7 Murray Tink, 8 Stu Allison. Scrum half is Finn Broomfield, 10 is Lewis Burns, 11 Ross Stanley, 12 Danny Williamson, 13 Theo Natiri, 14 Josh Mitchell and 15 is Ben Morris. The weather today in Inverness is a balmy 23 degrees, sun's pelting down for September, so it's really good weather conditions. Before the match, the teams were speaking about maybe having a 20-minute spell and then having a water break, so we'll see what the referee's saying.
Cool.
But as you're watching,
Ready?
Highland are playing from the right-hand side to the left. If you're watching in black and white, they're playing in red and green. Good deep kick from Rory Carson.
Right there, please stop!
Watsonians into Callum Carson's hands. Rory Carson, Rory MacDonald's looking for the ball, trying to hit some gaps. Sets up a rock in midfield. Quick ball for Hugo Crush on the loop round. Is well tackled, but Highland still in possession. Ben Morris takes the ball. He's well tackled. And your next Highland player, I think Ben will be well looked after today. Watsonians looking to come wide here. Some short numbers at Highland.
Just wait in front!
That's been kicked straight out. And it is indeed straight out.
Bouncer on the full. On the full.
Forgot to mention today, our referee is Michael Bosman.
Ready?
I know this is a new
Line.
strips that the referee's got, but
Lines in
we're
the middle.
in the National League.
Yeah, just take
Not
off.
my favourite strip, I'm afraid. So Highland have the first put in at the line out. Veteran Kev Brown. He's lost some hair since last year. Still got his white boots though. Good take by Callum Carson in the middle. Rory Mighton takes the ball.
Going
I'm
backwards.
going to try and maul the ball forward.
So
So Kev Brown at the back. Referee still saying the line out's contested. Hugo Crush comes in to try and take the ball.
come on!
And it's still on the Highland side. Gordon Gregor's got it. He's well tackled by his opposite number. Rory Carson will switch over. Rocco's come back inside. Breaks through a few couple of tackles. Hugo Crush still there. Good possession for Highland at the start of the game, trying to go wide. Rory MacDonald's well taken in the midfield. But the ball's recycled. Callum McPherson. Highland putting it out the back, so it's a knock on there. It's an advantage to Highland. Oh, and it's a knock on there,
I got
slightly
first
by
knock
Stuart
on just
MacDonald.
back there, and then I got the
Back
second
playing
knock
this
on
season
just
after a
come back,
year
it's only
out.
about 10 metres.
It's obviously a bit rusty.
You had every chance
So it's going to be a scrum to Highland, first scrum of the match. Last week's game, Highland had a good victory away at Dundee. The scrum was quite strong. Big Stuart Watson's back training. He's shifting some phenomenal numbers in the gym. So we'll see how the scrum goes with veteran Scuba on the other side.
Let's go then.
Michael!
Scuba with me.
Crouch!
Normal to
Good
start.
crowd at Canal Park again for the first game of the season.
Highland.
Bind!
Highland.
Set!
Highland. Ready. Close in.
Solid scrum from the home side. not moving anywhere, so Hugo Crush will have to get it out. Rory Karsh gives it to Jack Sutherland, back inside, but Magnus Henry's well tackled,
No, he was fine. It was
and good sniping over the ball by Watsonians. So they've weathered the storm for the first 5 minutes. Looking to make touch. Nice kick into the Highland 22. Be a Watsonians throw in.
Five.
Highland will be looking to compete at this line out. They don't want to be in their own 22.
Receiver. Oh, okay, no, 5. Yeah.
Comes to the middle and it's well taken by Watsonians. Get a good drive on, but it's stopped momentarily by the home side.
Okay, it's going sideways once.
It's still at the back of the mall. And come down to the side. No, referee says
We've
an
shifted
infringement
lines
coming
and
round
then
the
we've
side
reset
there.
a new more. We've meant in front of the ball carrier. It's changing lanes.
So it's a penalty to Highland.
Changing lanes. We've shifted sides.
This is the first home game of the new year for Highland. Last weekend Highland won away at Dundee. Ran out comfortable winners by 47 points 19. The Highland coaches will be looking for a similar result today. Touch is made. The home side sees the return of a couple of players, especially in the forwards. And the best of my recollection, the home side won both the home and away fixtures last season.
All the men at the back.
Last weekend, Watsonians had a great start to the league campaign with a home win against Gala by 67 points to 17. This win puts them at the top of Nat 1. Kev Brown going to Callum Carson in the middle of the line again. Highland will be looking to tie in some of the Watsonians forwards. Moving forward. Stopped again.
Fine, roll through.
Watsonians are pushing the home side back. Well disrupted by Watsonians.
That's how I saw it.
The second ball, it's not went well for Highland. Need to get the ball away. So it's a scrum to Watsonians. We're playing with the wind in this half.
Crouch. Sink. Chest. Sink. Bind. Squeeze. Set. Both feet.
Good scrum from Highland. Watsonians are going backwards.
We're well out.
But it's taken at the back by their number 8. That's a penalty to Highland.
Ball was out. Yeah, plenty of time to win.
No. Is that advantage for the scrum penalty as well?
No, so I didn't actually have a scrum penalty there because the ball came out the side. It was actually out well before that.
Ball was out. Ball came out the side.
Was out a long time before that.
Taken by the scrum half, back to Ben Morris at full back. Look for the wee chip forward, it's straight into Stuart Watson's arms. Probably not the best thing to do. But a good low tackle from Watsonians, with Watson still on his feet. Be done by Hugo Crush. Trying to get the Watsons defence going backwards.
No more.
Highland still on the ball here, looking for a wee bit of an overlap. Kev Brown into the gap, it's well away to Magnus. Colin McPherson's coming back inside, jumps out of the tackle, looking for support. Stuart Butler's there. The referee saying it's a Highland ball. And the hands are up for a penalty.
You out of it. Has it as well.
Mentioning at this time that you may see in the camera that we've got a new electronic scoreboard behind the posts. I'd like to thank Orion Group for the sponsorship for the new scoreboard. And in my excitement, I forgot to set it to 0 to start the 40 minutes, but we can go from 3 o'clock to 40 minutes.
You stop as the line.
My other excuse is that current President Roy Dennis is away in France watching the World Cup, So I've stepped into his shoes to try and host the day. We take with Callum McPherson. Highland moving the maul list forward. Watsonian's ball, body down. Ball still available. Jack Sutherland puts it wide. Magnus Henry's coming back off his wing. That slow ball here. Rory Karst gives it to Gordon Gregor, who's out in the midfield. Highland need to come to the blind side here. Yeah, here we go. Kev Brown's looking for Callum Carson. Nice wee pass to Jack Sutherland, who nearly broke through there. Still makes the ball available though. Still going blind. Callum Carson's just knocked forward there. Hugo Crush picks up with one hand, wee dummy. Back into Magnus Henry, but he's putting the touch. And the touch judge has got his flag up. Also like to mention Joe Buchanan and Core for doing the video promotions at the club. You'll see the videos that he provides on a Thursday night after training, and also the live stream and the highlights that you'll see on a Sunday. So thanks again to Joe. So it's a Watson's line out, the first throw in they've got. A couple of tall guys in the second row. Goes to number 5. Highland try to push Watsonians back. And they break forward with the ball. It's half tackled by Kev Brown and Hugo Crush. Watsonians looting the kick. It's a good clean kick. Rory Karst is under the ball, well taken. Rory McDonald's got it. And young Mr. Kellick's looking to go into a gap. We chip forward. And he's set it into Ben Morris, who takes it well, throws it back. Watsonians are going to kick. Come to Magnus Henry. Rory McDonald, a wee bit of wind is pushing the ball forward. Rory McDonald gets through the half tackle.
That's fine, low body.
Set up the ball, it's available. Trying to come to the short side. Stuart Watson needs to go forward. Yeah. Good away to Callum Carson. Nice offload, Stuart. Butler, good chip forward. It's a chaser. Scrum half's back for Watsonians. Finn Broomfield.
Wait, red.
Boy goes long.
Oh wait, we hear it now.
And Henry taps it back. Wind's
carry
keeping
back.
it going. Mr. Kellick on the right hand side, who kicks into a gap. Is it going to make touch? Yes, it does. That's a good kick against the wind. You can see the touch judge's flag, the way that the wind's blowing it. Highland always play better in the second half, going down the hill. So it's a Watsonians throw in.
What's Bunny's up front? Jack! Go in front!
It went a bit long there, but they got up and took it well. Some half broken through, looking for support. Ball's out, Highland trying to get over the ball. Still coming to come wide here. It's, well tackled in the midfield by Jack Sutherland. Bit of a gap here on the outside. Rocco makes a good tackle. Hugo crosses down in the ball.
And I got 4 off red.
Looks like a knock on there, but it's advantage to Highland. Rory Mighton's over the top trying to clear out.
The knock on advantage.
Murray.
Good knock on only.
Ball set up well. There's an overlap here on the right hand side if Highland can get going. Andrew Kellick's got the ball wide. He's well tackled, but gets the ball away to Carl McPherson. He's looking for support. Hugo Crush is there, it's coming wide. Rory Mighton punches up a hole into the midfield. Still looking on for Highland on the left hand side here.
Red 9,
nice
offside.
Floater out to Magnus Henry, but he's well tackled and I think it's knocked on. But we're going back to
Red 9.
a penalty.
Offside, never made the line in defence.
Referee. So that's a good attack from Highland, getting out of their own 22
Never made
against the
line
wind.
and backwards in defence.
Highland will be looking to clear the lines.
Hang on, just hold. There's just time.
The momentary break for us. Be eye injury to Stuart McDonald. It's worth mentioning at this time the Raptors are second 15. Their opening league fixture against Ellen was postponed, and Ellen were unable to field a team. But they opened up their Canal League One campaign last weekend against a stuffy Aberdeenshire side, and the young Highland 15 won by 48 points to 12. Today they are through in Murray playing
2 minutes out, yeah.
with a 3 o'clock kickoff. It's sure going to be a tough game
Hang on,
against
well,
Murray.
just get these drinks off.
Murray are quite a decent side these days.
I know, I count those cams on halfway and that kicking ball for a bit.
And then he kicks.
Time on.
Okay, Rory Carr's going to kick to touch, which he does. Okay, Brown with the ball again. And I've had Callum Carson and Callum McPherson up in the line out so far. Might go at the front this time. No, it's the midfield again, and Gordon Gregor this time
Hang on.
as well. And Stuart Watson comes round the corner to take on the Watson's defenders. Stephen Murray tries to punch a hole. It's ball going right. Some runners are coming, and Rocco's well tackled in the midfield by the Watson centres. Ball's going to come left this time. Gordon Gregor's trying to make a hole, and Jack Sutherland's picked it up well. But again, he's well tackled, but got the ball away really well. Magnus Henry tries to put it away, but the referee's got his arm up. Gordon Gregor's got the ball, he's fast, he's trying to break away from some tackles. A lot of pressure here from Highland. Got some runners, got some overlaps. Stuart Watson's there, but he pirouettes and does a great score.
No. I appreciate where we are in the field.
So at the moment that's Highland 5,
Try scoring.
Watsonian 0. You'll all be glad to know that I've managed to put the scoreboard up.
The man outside probably would have stopped it. And that's the line.
Just checking with Joe where we sit in the crossbars right in the line of the Highland score, but it says 5 points. So a good opening score
and I
by the
gave you a
home
reason
side.
for it,
Playing against the wind, some good pressure, good continuity, good passing. As I said earlier, it's good to see Stuart Watson back, looking fit, looking trim. See from his Instagram videos, he's shifting a fair bit of weight in the gym. Probably not quite at the prime that I was, but he's getting close. Unfortunately, Rory Carson misses the conversion. So the score's Highland 5, Watsonian 0. So Watsonian's going to make the restart. We're 16 minutes into the first half. Wind behind them. Ball goes long. It's going to be a gap there. Highland haven't picked
Carried
up
back.
Enough. Poor, but tap back to Andrew Kellick, who's got the ball. Watsonian's tried to ship it wide with a
Alright, wait
kick
there,
into the gap.
Wait there, mate.
Rory
I'm
McDonald,
on,
the
I'm on
fullback's
now,
right there. He'll be looking to clear his lines here. He's half kicked it. Wasn't the best.
Jog it. Yeah, we're offset.
It's well received by Finn Broomfield, the
Numbers.
Watsonian's number 9.
It's a 5 every time, unless you say otherwise. Okay. Assume 5. If it's not 5, I'll give you a chance to change it.
So Watsonians with the line out.
On the front, Johnny. Go in front.
It's missed.
Backwards on red.
It's taken by Stephen Murray. Bounces off a couple of tackles, sets the ball back.
Fine, just stay there, Red. Just stay up. Advantage coming through. Fucking
hell. Stuart McDonald takes the ball on, makes it available. Hugo Crush is looking for some runners. Kev Brown takes it. Takes it into contact. Rory Mighton's there to try and clean out. Still in Highland possession. A wee chip forward. There's no runners for Highland there. Into the path of Ben Morris. And obviously Rory Carson knew there was a penalty coming for Highland.
Not interfering play.
So good defence, good exit there from Highland.
If I'm saying to stay out of it, it's to stay out of it.
They're just lying all over us.
They weren't affecting play. You had clear thing for the 9 until the third man came through.
It's a bit short this time. Rory Carson into the wind. It's not made touch. Watsonian swinging it wide. Going to kick into the gap again. McPherson's there this time. Oh, Rory Carson's done his knee there. Callum McPherson tries to pick up and go forward. He does too. He's held up. Looking for Highland, but Hugo Crush breaks forward, looking for support. Stuart McDonald's there. Nice pass to Kev Brown. Magnus Henry, good offload. Out the back door from Kev Brown. Magnus Henry's pushing it forward. Still in midfield for Highland.
No touch, playing on.
Stephen Murray to get some good dancing lessons here in midfield, bouncing off tackles. Just seeing that big zoo, Johnny Milton's on for Highland. Rory Carson's not looking too good. He's down in the Highland 22. But Highland have got a penalty.
No, second man in here, playing the man above the sternum. He had shoulders on and driving him down. You just have to keep the distance.
So Watsonian's given away a few penalties in the first 20 minutes of the first half. Our third 15 today are playing away in Skye.
That's why our nine's getting on to me, because he's on the jump over.
Playing against a Skye team at Clockton School. And I'm told that unfortunately Skye couldn't access the school to get the post protectors. So they've asked if we could take our own post protectors up to Clockton. Because I did wonder when I arrived at the club why they were getting loaded into the bus.
Let's just take formal drinks. It's 20 minutes.
Highland Rugby for you.
Let's have a proper 2-minute drinks.
And we try and help out as we can. It's just a matter of getting the game played. And it's great to see the thirds fulfilling the fixture. Unfortunately, Rory Carson's been helped off the field there. So Scotty Fraser is on in his place. Scotty was injured in the pre-season friendly against Edinburgh Accies. Had an arm injury. You can see it's taped up, but hopefully he's back to full fitness now. It's not too serious for him because it's his left arm that was injured.
They're asking me, I don't think it's been too bad. They're saying that the second tackler's coming in on ball quite a lot and trying to rip the ball with shoulder.
Yes, I'm watching distance.
I don't know.
I've just pinged them. I don't really know. Yeah. I've just pinged them for here for the same thing. But I'm watching distance and it's just like that. All right, let's get these drinks off.
It's worth mentioning also our new coaching team in place for this season. Still has Davy Carson as head coach, but Brian Bell's now stepped down from Director of Rugby to be a coach. Junior Balawayo is the bats coach as per last year. And we welcome Chris Brogan back to the club, ex-player, sometimes from half. He's now the Director of Rugby for the club. So it's a Highland throw in. It's going to be a bit breezy over that side, so it's going to go short to Stuart McDonald. It's well taken. I'm going to try and move the ball forward. It looks as if it's collapsed, but it's Stephen Murray's taking it forward again. The ball's available. Callum Carson's got it. A wee pop pass. It didn't connect with anybody, unfortunately. Knock on from Jack Sutherland, which the referee picks up.
Play the first one.
Thankfully, no yellow card there, just a penalty.
Let's go, boys.
It's worth a mention as well, our newly formed women's team are also in Murray today. They were playing the home side at 1 o'clock today before the seconds played. So best of luck to them. We should have a score, but it's not come to me yet. But there's good numbers went through with the women. So Watsonians put into the scrum. It's been held well by Watsonians. Must admit, I thought Highland would be doing a bit better in that
Right,
part
wait for
of
the
the game.
forwards.
It's a long
Stop.
kick. It's going to be beyond
On.
Rory McDonald with the wind behind it, but it stands up well. Andrew Kelleck's telling him to launch it, but it's come to Magnus Henry. Rocco gets back into place to make himself available. Ball's still there. Gordon Gregor's there as ever. We pass to Hugo Crush. Good passing out of the tackle by the home side. Rory Mighton's going to try and punch a hole in the middle. But he's jackled over the top. But the referee
Free, you
says
have to
no.
release. There's no clear release. You rode him all the way down. Free. I was happy with the contact where you didn't have your body on him, but you had to release him when you got to the ground.
I apologise again, folks. It's first game of the season. So Joe had the ref mic, so I haven't had that for a minute. He's trying to keep it. So I'll try and pick up what the referee's saying. So Kev Brown with the foot in. Stuart McDonald at the
Inside
front.
5, come straight
Alan
in.
Carson right away. Rory Mighton's coming back in field.
Well,
A boy from Stornoway. Still in Highland possession. The offload. Tony Milton's trying to clean out. Ball's available. Another penalty. Should be asking how many penalties, ref, but Gordon Gregor makes the most of it. Oh, nice back ball inside to Hugo Crush. That's a great move by Highland. Quick tap. Had runners going forward. It's really good.
No. It's a bit late. That's in the rocks. Okay. I'm just letting you guys sit at a feet when they're kind of out of a little bit. But that's only doing if you're working harder. Because you got yourself in trouble there where the third man came in and forced me to. What did you do then? So I had two.
So that's Highland 10, Watsonians 0.
The other thing I just want to mention is about people every single kick. In those 2 points.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You're fine there.
So that's the referee explaining the final points of rugby to
You were in
Watsonians.
front of me.
Obviously got a wee gripe there. Couldn't quite hear what it
You can
was.
go plus or minus a foot either way. You can take your choice.
Here's Scott Fraser with the first attempt at conversion. Should be a piece of cake for Scotty. Don't want to jinx him. And I did. He's just pulled it shy of the left-hand post. That still makes Highland 10, Watsonians 0, and that's 27 minutes gone in the first
I've
half.
got 25, so that's just not moving anymore. So 15 to go.
The referee's saying about 15 minutes to go. Obviously been some stoppage time with an injury to Rory Carson. So Watsonians with the restart. Down the right hand side, hopefully a Highland player will take it this time. Take my Callum McPherson into Callum Carson. Good offload to Rocco, who's burst through. Stuart McDonald's on his shoulder there. Oh, nice offload, but Andrew Kelleck picks up the bouncing ball. Great interlinking by the Highland forwards and backs, and Callum McPherson bursting through again. Oh, a good offload. That's a great try. Oh, is he a bit short? Oh, the referee's saying it's not gone. With the reaction of the players, they don't think that happened. That was a great break from Highland, great offloading. runners really going into the gaps. So it's a scrum to Watsonians.
Opinions from halfway. Come on,
Yeah, good to look at the replay after that. I'm not sure if it would show anything, but so Watsonians put in. Highland will be looking to contest the scrum a bit more. Bear in mind where they are on the pitch. Now it's a big push this time from Highland. And they're putting Watsonians back, but they get the ball away, but it's a penalty to Highland. Not sure if the referee's making up for missing out a possible try a couple of minutes ago. So will the home team take the scrum again? Looks like they're going to take a tap. Forwards are well spread out. Okay, Brown looking for the mark. And Hugo Crush is going to take the ball. Going to be some runners. Gordy Gregor trying to break through. He's tackled high according to the referee. Quite a number of penalties Watsonians are giving away in their own 22. Arms up from the referee. I think he's going to speak to Watsonians player this time. And he's telling him to keep the tackles low, keep it down.
Two was high.
So another penalty to Highland in the red zone.
Just wait. I've called play off because your man was down. Let me call it back on.
Away side there, so Highland couldn't take the quick tap. They're going to have to reset.
There've been lots of different reasons. They haven't put them on.
Kev Brown with the ball this time. Gordon Gregor again out. Callum Carson is trying to go a bit wider this time. I think that's a try. Callum McPherson over. Good move away from Highland there. Different tactics this time.
No. I've had like two for offsides, and so two for centre. So for me, it's not really been a.
So conversion this time in practically the same place for Scott Fraser. He's a very good sighter of the last kick, so hopefully this one will go over. I'm not saying anything about it. So that's 3 tries for the home side. They're 15-0 up at the moment with half an hour gone. Better kick this time from Scotty Fraser. Makes the 2 points good.
So when we were going backwards, loose head prop hit in, and then on the side.
That now makes Highland 17, Watsonians 0.
Because it was still in until the ball was about a metre off the line. So like there was every chance I could just keep going with it.
Bruce Burns this time going to kick the same way, down at the right hand side for Highland. Taken by Callum Carson. The winger's up fast there, but Callum does a side step, gets away. Makes the ball available. Callum McPherson's taking it again. Stuart Butler looking for some work. It's out to Gordon Gregor, puts a bit of pace on. He's still got the ball, it's not held by Watsonians.
No, off his feet.
Goes back to the right hand side. We step by Scotty Fraser, but the referee says the ball's forward, which I was quite in line with, couldn't quite see it.
That's right. It's right in line with the camera. You can tell me how forward it was after.
The referee having a bit of banter with the players there in relation to being forward or not.
Let's go, boys, more!
We've got a break here for an injury to Watsonians player. As I said, it's quite hot here in Inverness today, so water bottles are coming on.
Yeah, go scum. Subs? Yeah.
decision making with that though.
You got about 9. 9? Yeah, well,
So we are Watsonians put in to the scrum.
I read that in 38 minutes.
No. Yeah, I saw. He's the hooker, so we're not doing anything until he says it's good to go. It's their scrum, yeah. Okay. Is hooker good?
Sven Pettersson's on for Highland. Not sure who's come off. Might be Gordon Gregor. Callum McPherson's switched over to the other flank.
That's fine, time's off.
Callum Carson's still at 8. I think
I haven't
Watsonians
caught
are
him
making a substitution as well.
We'll start looking horrible for
Difficult to see the Watson's numbers across the shirt there. Looks like the new hooker's on.
Come on. Eyes up, boys, eyes up. Squeeze.
Crouch! Sunk! Sink! Bind! Highland! Just come up.
A bit early there for the referee. Didn't shout engage.
We disengaged early. I need
As I said last year, it's great to see the referees trying to make a mark on the plastic pitch.
Yeah, fine.
It's okay.
Let's go. 2, Sven. Crouch.
Sink.
Chest. Sink. Bind.
Squeeze.
Set.
Another good scrum from Highland, putting Watsonians back. They're going round the side here, ref. Yeah.
We've gone forward and then we've gone
Reset,
back. It's
he
good
says.
contact. We've just forward.
Big zoom into his presence felt.
It's very hard for me to mark.
I know, but I just wasn't paying attention.
On the tight head side. We'll take it back. Gordon Gregor is still on. Could be one of the second rows that's went off.
Crouch. Sink. Chest. Sink. Bind. Highland. Set. No. Both
Going back, the ball's available this time. Haven't seen much attacking from them. As well ripped by Hugo Crush. And Andrew Kellick's looking for a gap, looking for some support. We chip forward. It's taken by Lewis Burns for Watsonians, who breaks through a couple of tackles.
Find the ball.
Sets up the ball on the far side. The ball's available at Watsonians.
No more.
Shouting for it to come wide. Some runners from the forward, but it looks like it's a knock on.
I got first knock on and then touch it
Knocked
into
on
the man on the ground. So I got 1 and then 2.
by Josh Minty, I think.
We then knocked it on.
So first one into red and then second into green. Oh, we got.
Tight and deeper there, boys. Tight and deeper.
I mean, the breeze is coming. You're lucky. Don't you want to play all now?
Let's go, son.
You go over half and back.
So it'll be Highland put in. We'll be looking to secure the scrum again. After the initial few scrums, they were pretty even, but I think Highland are dominating at the moment.
Chest.
Sink.
Bind. Set.
Straight putting as ever these days. Blake to the blind side. Rocco breaks through a few tackles and he's pushed backwards, but he gets the ball away at Callum Carson. Nice offload inside. Hugo Crush chips forward. And well taken by Watsonians defenders who called the mark. Good break away from the scrum there from the home side.
Be the same man.
Quick tap for Ben Morris, who boots the ball on. It's going to be down the throat of Rory McDonald. Throws it wide. Magnus Henry's got it. He's going to go forward. Scotty Fraser looking for the overlap here. He comes back inside. Magnus Henry's got the ball. A bit slow here now. Sven takes it up
Advantage
forward.
high.
Advantage,
12.
another high tackle from Watsonians. Rory Gregor takes it, breaks through, nice offload, but it's a wee knock on from
Forward,
Magnus, so it's a penalty to Highland.
12. Sternal. Number 12, Sternal.
Not sure, but there must be at least the last 10 penalties have been against Watsonians.
That's fine, it's workable. No red, no!
Sven Pettersson makes good ground there, comes out to the backs. Rocco gives it out to Andrew Kellick. Wee jinx, but he's well tackled by his opposite number. Ball's still available. Highland going forward, but a knock on, the referee says. So that's going to be a scrum to Watsonians.
4.5.
Referee saying 4.5 minutes left.
Inside here.
As ever at the start of the season, we've managed to secure the talents of Robust Clinic and Fiona, providing the pitchside physiotherapy services. Andy Kent, OBE, is our club doctor, and also the Walls and Coxswain Wine Bar in Inverness, who are once again sponsoring the Player of the Match award.
Yeah, I got you. Crouch! Surf! Sink!
Eyes up, Gordy.
Bind!
Squeeze.
Set!
Highland will be looking to put a bit of pressure on Watsonian scrum again. It's a bit more solid from the away team. We've got a second surge on this time. We're going forward. The ball's out on the Highland side. Scott Fraser gives it away, but Chat Sutherland straightens up, goes back up the blind side, misses a few tackles. Hugo Crush has got the ball. Forbes is trying to come round the corner, but it's back inside. The big Zoo makes the ball available. Callum McPherson's got 2 or 3 on his back, but he still makes it forward. Bit of an overlap here for Highland. Jack Sutherland into the gap. Oh, it's unfortunately just knocked on there.
Going backwards
By
in
Sven.
the 22. We're just going to play the scrum.
Highland doing well, trying to make some gaps in the Watsonians' defence.
3 minutes, boys.
Callum McPherson saying welcome to the Highlands to his opposite number. But, that's finished now.
Field position. Time's off, field position. Attacking ball. That's the time off for field position, but it's their attacking ball.
A small injury to Johnny Milton.
On the dot. All right, boys, 3 minutes to go. Let's get waters off. Men are up.
Referee saying there's 3 minutes to go in the
Mark's
half.
up here. Time's on. Not sleep.
So Watsonians put into the scrum. Home side are pushed back a bit there in the last scrum. They'll be looking to dominate the scrum again as they have done in the last 20 minutes. Looking for a final score in the first half. For their fourth try. Ball's squirted out at the back. Ben Morris gets
Right in
it,
front, stop,
kicks
stop!
forward.
Hold on now.
Andrew Kellick's looking for the ball. Good take with his foot there. Andrew Kellick gives it wide. Magnus Henry's got the ball, looking to go outside his opposite number. Gets away from a couple of tackles. He's into open prairie space there, but he's well tackled back. Highland got an overlap here. A lot of the forwards lingering outside in the prairie. He's got Jack Sutherland. Gets through forward. Nice offload to Callum Carson. He's well tackled. Highland 5 yards out. Callum McPherson punching the holes going forward.
Advantage, not rolling.
Penalty to Highland, not rolling, referee says. Slow ball for the home side. Stephen Murray goes to the right and the referee gives it as a score. I think it's Stephen Murray. Let's know when he gets up. Yeah, well done, Scuba.
They had to just not engage that back.
It's 4 tries to the home side in the first half against the wind.
There will be time.
How many penalties is that in the 22 for everything? A lot.
Callum Carson,
I would count.
club co-captain,
No, we're more
asking
like
the referee
5.
about the number of penalties in the 22.
That's fine, I'll get one too.
Quite agree with him. There's been quite a few.
They're just killing us with no consequence.
Well, the consequence is that they're in losing field position, losing points.
Yeah, but they're able to just keep doing it if they're not getting yelled. You know what I mean?
But they're losing field position and points, so it's not really affecting the game right now. Just manage that, okay? That's for me. Thanks,
The referee's got a good answer to
man.
Callum.
Half time.
He's quite right and bring it to the referee's attention. I do the same if it was me. So Scotty Fraser lines up. Not sure if there'll be time to restart the game after the kick. Good contact this time from Scott, but he pushes it wide. And the referee calls half time, so that's Highland 22, Watsonian 0. I'll be back for the second half after some words from our sponsors.
Tackle I would have been free for that, and then sort of laziness in the rucks. There's lots of bodies on the ground.
If the ball shears, that's still fine.
I thought that one was borderline, but that's kind of the line. You know what they're like.
Tackle was fine.
I know.
It was absolutely fine. By eyes.
Yeah.
I hit him low and then sort of shoved the ball in his solar plexus. That's what he didn't like, was the little guy stuck him.
No, I thought that was absolutely fine.
I thought that was absolutely fine as well. It just surprised him, the ferocity of the tackle from a little guy. So,
I mean, he's constantly on me about like how many. I'm like, look, you've had. there hasn't been a lot of time spent in the 22, and I think it's just a product of
I think a
possession.
lot of it's the late offloads and changing direction. That's coming in.
Yeah.
So,
If we start off, you see intent in us slowing the ball down and stuff like that, I absolutely get that, but we have...
I'm just letting you know where that's where I'm at.
I get that.
The sterner ones have all been in open play. Like it was like the tap and go where the two guys just hit him and went, oh shit. Which is just
like,
footy.
you're trying to get the ball, fucking carrying it here. It's like, yeah, go wait till this wind goes away.
You might get buried in the half if this breeze keeps up.
One drop here, Finn. This wind, fuck off.
Yep. Yep. Never gives it to me. Yep. You ready? Ball off red. Lock on only. Advantage over!
Okay, welcome back, folks. That's Watsonian starting the second half. Trailing 22 points to 0. Playing against the wind. Knock on from Watsonians, we're taken by Rory McDonald.
Playing on, onto the foot. Just come off red. Your feet.
Highland in possession.
Is it penalty only?
Gregor's got the ball on the far side.
I'm good.
Penalty only.
So a penalty to Highland, playing advantage. Scotty Fraser puts it into the gap here.
Penalty advantage.
Andrew Kellett's going for it. It's a big high bounce.
Hang
Andrew
on,
Kellett
driver.
takes it well. He's looking for support, which is going to be difficult their way. But he's done well there. The ball's out. Kev Brown's first man there. Brilliant, Kev. Jack Sutherland's there. Ball's out again, but Highland in possession. Oh, it's a wee knock on there for Sven. He does well and tackle back.
I have a knock on only.
Watsonian just outside their 22. And their centre breaks forward. And he's looking for support here, but he's well tackled, but gets the ball away. The Highland players are shouting for it, not getting it. Watsonians in possession, just on the Highland
Leave
10-yard line.
it!
Referee tells Highland to leave the ball. Nice offload, broken through the tackle again.
Use your body.
Highland competing well on the breakdown, but still in Watsonians' possession. They come back inside, looking for the offloads. Good start from Watsonians to the second half. Highland be looking to weather the storm here.
Advantage 9 offside.
Advantage to Watsonians. Eagle crosses offside.
9. That was on the side of the
Just going to
rock,
finish
never
my
on
half-time
side.
pie here.
9 on the side of the rock, never on. What are we doing? Touch.
Watsonians deciding to go to touch. Ball into the long grass there.
Blue middle. Okay, just numbers. Yeah, blue middle. That's right, blue's in the middle, they got lots of room.
So a throw in from Watsonians. When they go too long with this wind playing against them. It's at the front. No challenge from the air. It's going to try and go round the blind side. And Watsonians in possession here. Highland be looking to keep them out. Start the second half. Thankfully for the home side, there's a knock on.
That's fine. Around, and you do exactly what you did where you just keep your arms down. It's fine.
We shout out to Ali Ross and his family. I believe the boys are over with you for the summer. Good luck.
Crouch! Check!
So home side put in at the scrum. They're looking to clear the lines here with the wind behind them. Solid scrum from Highland. And they're pushing Watsonians
Use
back.
it now, use it now.
First told to use it. So Sullivan comes back in field, looking for support. He's back throw forwards. Highland away. Hugh first breaking forward, kicks the ball downfield and into touch. The referee's wondering if it's went straight out.
I've got to touch you.
He decided it hasn't.
It's all right, we'll get the right call. We've got to touch you.
Judge. So there with his flag up, just outside the Watsonians 22.
On the line.
So Watsonians throw into the line.
Over there. I'm not the one.
There's a couple of numbers. And it's long, but it goes to the tail into Watsonians' hands.
No hands. He's tapped on the ball. Back. Harry
competing well at the breakdown, but it comes out on the Watson side. Centre looking for an offload there. They've got numbers out wide here, running against the line. Andrew Kelly nearly intercepted. This tackle from Even from Scotty Fraser makes it available. And they put it wide to Stuart Watson, didn't quite pick it up. Magnus Henry comes in field, bounces off a few tackles, put the offload to Stuart Watson's bursting down the wing. And he's pushed into touch. That was nearly a good 20-yard score from the prop. A couple of injuries here to Watsonians.
Just stop. Just a man down the back.
So Highland down in the Watsonians 5-yard line.
So do you drink?
Thanks.
I do.
Fiona, our physio, covering both teams today.
Touch if you're here.
Earning their money well.
Good. All right, boys, let's get waters off. Let's go.
So line out to Highland. Just in the 5-yard line. Sorry, line out to Watsonians. Stuart Watson must have been tackled into touch.
Hands on.
And it's long again. It's taken by Stephen Murray as an overthrow. He's only about a yard out. Highland looking to get the ball away to the right here. Fast ball coming back inside to the short side. It's kicked forward. And Watsonians in possession. Highland sort of butchered that line out steal.
They're looking
to put pressure to stop Watsonians trying to kick out. A wee bit of an overlap here, but Andrew Kellett's come in to cut it out. Ben Morris does the wraparound. Unfortunately, the winger knocks it on there. Number 11 was Stanley.
Scrum to green ball.
Scrum to Highland.
Thanks, scrum boys. Let's go.
Worth mentioning today that we're our first day of hospitality at the club. As I said, we've got new caterers, Johnny McLeod Catering, so welcome to the Highland Rugby Club. I must say the food that they provided the day was very good indeed. Chicken skewers and hake. Never had hake in my puff before, but it was very nice. So Hugo Grush going to put the ball in. Callum McPherson's moved to number 8, which usually means he's going to pick up and go. Not sure if the Watsonians team have picked up on that. Him and Callum Carson have changed position. The ball comes out, it's at Callum's feet, trying to edge their way forward. Callum takes it but knocks it on. It's unfortunate there. Highland will try and win the put in by Watsonians this time.
Knock on at the back, was it? Yeah, 8 dropped it.
Highland making some changes. I think Stuart McDonald's coming back on. Sven Pettersson coming off. Not sure if we can call Stuart a veteran. Good to see him back playing. Highland be looking to exert maximum pressure here in the Watsonians put in. Keep them pinned back down on their own try line.
Sink! Bind! Highland! Set! Highland! No!
Try to do this squeed again. Referee's just said it's went right left here. So it'll still be a Watsonians put in.
Boys, this is resetting. Hold it now.
Your feet, boys.
Yeah.
Boys, walk out.
Let's go. Get twos. We'll get this going. Let's go. Try your head. Go on, Jimmy. Crouch. Sink.
Callum Carson back at 8 on
Bind.
Watsonians put in.
Second row.
Set.
Good ball with pressure, but Hugo Crush pressurises the number 10 for Watsonians. Lewis Burns, and the ball kicks out and Hugo Crush scores. Great pressure by Hugo. Good start to the second half by the home team. That take a bit of pressure in the first 5 minutes, but managed to come out the other end. So Scott Fraser's got the win behind them this time. Wasn't much of a kicker in my day, but I think he's got to slice it across the front of the goal and look for the win to take it in. He's just slightly went underneath it and it's went to the right hand side. So score remains Highland 27, Watsonians 0. And we've played nearly 12 minutes of the second half. And we look to secure the ball from the restart from Watsonians here and clear the lines down in the Watsons half. Good high hanging ball, Callum Carson's underneath it. Pass to Gordon Gregor, who as ever breaks the first few tackles. Stuart Watson gets through forward, makes a good 5 yards. And try to run it from their own half here. Jack Sullivan coming back inside. Ball's available, it's coming to the short side here. Scotty Fraser behind Gordon Gregor, who unfortunately knocks it on.
And then Red's pulled it forward from his body.
So 2 knock-ons there. Referee says first by Highland. Said earlier in the first half there, we're grateful to Ryan Group for entering in a 4-year agreement with Highland Rugby Club, which has meant that we have the scoreboard, as you see, at the game today, and also makes their minibus fleet available to our junior section. As we all know, travel for any rugby club is quite an expense. I think last year the club spent nearly £45,000 on travel for every team across the whole age groups. So thanks very much to Ryan for helping us out. So Watson's put in the 10-yard line for Highland. Ball squirts out the back, but it's thrown loose. Hugo Crush is all over it like a rash. Lets the player come up and tackles him well and back over the ball. Referee says it's fine to Watsonians get the ball away. Looting the kick, cut the dummies, and the centre breaks through a few tackles. I think Ruben McDonald's been substituted
11's
there
chucked in
when
front of
the
the rock and he blocked
scrum was
it.
going
Fine,
on.
but 11's chucked.
I'm stretching your ball away.
Just waiting
It's
to
one
see
down each way.
who's coming on his replacement. Watsonian's still trying to run the ball. It's a bit loose. It's been taken by Rocco, who flips the ball away. Scotty Fraser
Tackle,
out
isn't
to
it?
Andrew
Hang
Kellett.
on.
He's going to come back in field looking for runners. And the replacement is Jesse. He's beaten a few tackles, made a couple of yards there. Ball's available. Hugh Crush puts the boot in. As the right winger's not at home, it's a really
Outside
good
the
kick.
50,
It's going to
outside
go in
the
the
50.
touch. Great kick
Outside.
from Hugo Crush.
Red ball is a
Andrew
red ball.
Kellett
We're
puts his
outside.
hand up saying,
We're outside.
sorry, I
I was
should have been
yelling
there.
outside the whole way down there.
Highland did well to weather that latest Watson storm.
Is that your goal? One this year?
With the wind behind them, they find them again about 7 yards out.
No.
Watson's put in, but not to go too long this time. And it's well taken at the front. Watsonians have got possession. Scrum half kick sit. Andrew Kellick's still in field, takes a good catch. Pass out to Jesse. Highland swinging it wide. Jack Sutherland's out on the far left wing, coming back inside, looking for support. Hugo Crush is there as ever. Gordon Gregor, a couple of dummies, takes it in the contact, but I think Watsonians have won the ball. Oh,
That's okay. Steele's fine,
not
but
so
he's
sure
got
about that, ref. I thought
Steele's fine, but
Watsonians
he's
got that. Never mind, I'm not complaining. So it's a scrum to the home time.
Steele was fine, but then the first man's then just dropped the ball cold, so we're just playing the knock on off that.
What?
Okay, they're trying to speed up scrums, what will be saying.
That's it. Nice me,
Yeah. Lunchtime. I got 25. Five!
Hold.
Set!
Hold.
Ball's at the back of the scrum. Carson picks up. Rocco puts it back inside to Jesse. He gets it away to Callum Carson again, but unfortunately throws it to Watsonians, so the ball's went backwards. And they're tackled
Play the
well
ball,
in their
that's
own
okay now.
22.
And tackle there.
Ball's available for the away side. Oh, there's a slight knock on there. No, the referee says it's fine. Watson's trying to run out from their own 22. Ben Morris throws a wide pass. And a wee kick forward. Jesse's going to pick up the ball, looking for the gap. Sure he's going to run, which he does. Well tackled. Hugo Crush is available.
Advantage free.
Magnus Henry breaks about 2 or 3 tackles
Advantage
there,
over.
and he bits through the glass defender and scores under the post. Well worth from Magnus. He's put a lot of effort in today. Makes the score Highland 32, Watsonians 0.
Right.
Scott Fraser's in front of the post this time.
On the set. I've watched him and I think he set quite wide behind, and then he kind of squares into the hit, but he gets lazy, so I'll keep an eye on it.
Good chip from Scotty, and the conversion is good. To score Highland 24, Watsonians yet to score. Lewis Burns with a restart for Watsonians. Looking to get some possession in the Highland half. Another good high hanging ball. Callum Carson's under it. Breaks a few tackles. Good side step away to Sven Pettersson, who's back on. Highland forwards are there. Do crush back to Callum Carson. Stuart Watson winds up, but he's well tackled in midfield. Highland are throwing the ball about well here. Good continuity between forwards and backs. Scotty looks to open up, but he's well defended by Watsonians. Magnus Henry's coming back off his wing again, breaks a few tackles. And I think Highland went beyond the ball this time. So it's a penalty to Watsonians.
Right. Dave lost his feet, never played the man.
Watsonians to try and clear the lines and get a line out. It's a good kick.
What was that? Oh, sorry. I mean, this wind has kicked off. I think every time I referee get the wind in one half.
Referee commenting there every time he
Yeah,
comes
this is
to
the
Inverness,
defensive line.
it's windy. Welcome to the Highlands. So Watsonians throwing at the line out. It's went long and it's well taken at the back of the line out. Watsonians making some yards. Ball's available. It's well cut at the midfield to Stuart McDonald, but Watsonians players knocked it on in the tackle.
Let's go. Let's go. Scrum.
Can give a wee shout out to Hazel from Eurivord. Alison McDonald tells me that you watch the home games every fortnight, so thanks for doing that, Hazel. Hope you're well, not drinking too much wine this afternoon. Jack Sutherland's been substituted there, and Andrew Motoki has come on. Andrew represented Cali North last season, as did quite a number of Highland players, as did a number of ex-Highland players. I think in total there was either 8 or 10 in the squad, which is a really good representation from the Highland capital.
I wasn't sure that was right.
It's ball upside down. Alright, let's go. It'll be clever.
More than that, is it?
I'm worried. I'm 20. No, 20.
We shout at John Carson, who's put some chat on the video. He's watching from Italy. Putting the post back on how Matthew's doing in the swimming competition. And Massey's doing really well. So I hope you're enjoying yourself over there, John. Good scrum from Highland again. It's at the back of the scrum. Callum Carson breaks away. Rocco breaks a few tackles. Nice offload, but just unfortunately knocked on by Callum. Good break from Highland again. Very inventive. 24 minutes gone in the second half.
I think we're getting a bit tired. What I'm seeing is I'm starting to see your hips pop open. Okay, good. I'm starting to see you set higher.
Highland are starting to throw the ball about a wee
so let's
bit.
just work on those little fundamentals. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. But what I'm saying is you're sort of starting out and they're kind of opening you up because you're in a weak position.
I'd like to thank Donna and Alan and David from the hut for giving some half-time supplies to Sel and Joe. Couple of pies, can of Coke, can of Strongbow.
Crouch!
Only complaint is the Strongbow's not been in the fridge, but we'll sort that for next week.
Set! Don't run right tackles. That's good. Survive.
Watson's in possession, trying to put the ball out wide. Well tackled in midfield again by the home side. Ball still in Watsonian's hands. Big prop in possession. Cam Murphy trying to make some inroads. Ball's a bit loose at the back there.
All back. He's fine, he's getting out.
Big Stephen Murray going through the ruck there, but still going out wide. Big centre for Watsonians playing well there. He's tackled back. Good couple of minutes to sustain pressure here from Watsonians. The referee's seen an infringement.
I'll give you this one.
Knock on by Watsonians.
Just forward straight out of the hand.
The wayside of
It already
Trying
gone out when I
to
blew
get
the
a
whistle,
score
so
on
I'll
the
give you
board to
options
make
on
the
the line
trip
out
up
right
north
back there.
worthwhile.
Okay, let's take this. Clear it out. Yeah. Let's shut up, let's just go. It's green ball, forward pass. Yeah. Right, boys, look up.
So forward pass, the referee's saying. So it's Highland put in at the scrum.
We're on.
Callum.
Last feed if you're on outside 9. Crouch!
Cancel, cancel.
Bind! Set!
Ball's at the back of the Highland scrum. Callum Carson picks up again. Gives it wide to Scotty Fraser's going to put it into the gap here.
Over the wing!
Andy Kellett's got the ball. Oh, it just went behind him. Oh, the referee says it's went forward.
I've got a knock on
The
advantage.
Watsonians have got an advantage here. Advantage is over. Big Jesse makes a good tackle there. Push the Watsonians player into the touchline. So this is as far forward as Watsonians have been in the second half. That was Emmett Strachan, I think, had the ball there.
Guys, this one. Come right up.
Watsonians making a change. Theo Natry's back on the pitch. Kev Brown with the line out throw. Goes to the front of Stuart Watson. Sorry, Stuart.
Sideways. Don't change your arms. You're fine.
Hugo Crush put the ball down the throat of the winger, but he's missed it. And it's fallen into the hands of Danny Williamson. And he's looking for a gap. He's probably been the best back for Watsonians. Broken a couple of tackles there again. But the referee's got his arm out. It's a Highland line out, I think.
Alright, I'll give you options. You got knock on or scrum. Knock on or
knock on.
line out.
It's got to be a scrum Callum Carson's asked for.
See it again. No, because there was a direct knock on. Scrum at 15 is in line out only.
Stuart Watson's going off.
Definitely here. Definitely here.
Big Zoo back on for the last 20 minutes.
No, knock on's in the line out over 15. But this is because the knock on in the field of play that ends up out, so you got the options.
Yeah, choose! Walk up!
Crouch!
So Highland putting out the scrum.
Bind!
Squeeze!
Set!
It's hold it.
Scrum is pretty solid again. Ball comes out. Scotty Fraser booked the ball again down the back.
Hold on then, out of the wing.
Danny Williamson, who's had to turn, but the wind's pushed it long and it's going to go dead.
22.
So we'll be back for a scrum to Watsonians.
22. We're all walking, so I'm assuming we're... Yeah, is the captain still on?
No, it's gone.
Yeah, fine. Drums here.
Close call.
Go, boy.
Go boy, platform, let's go. Solid strong.
Yeah, eyes up, eyes up.
So we've got 16 minutes left in this half.
Go John boy. Go boys.
Straight eyes up, straight eyes up.
Apart from a wee bit of pressure from Watsonians, the home side have been pretty
Yeah, eyes fine, eyes fine.
confident in this second half. Had most of the possession, most of the territory.
Bye!
Watsonians hooker up there early. Kev Brown's obviously putting his bald head into him.
Sven, are you listening to me on it? You're not fucking acknowledging me.
Yeah, two.
You're just looking at me.
Crouch. First. Sink. Three. Bind.
Highland at the scrum there, so it's a free kick to Watsonians who take it quickly. Go up the far side towards the clubhouse. The ball's been stolen. You can hear the crowd on the far side. And it's back to Highland and book the ball. High one in the
Right.
midfield.
Four.
And it's going to bounce. And it bounces kindly
Four's offside.
by Watsonians.
Four's
but,
well in front.
McDonald is offside according to the referee, so quick tap. Watsonians trying to go forward here. Missed tackle by Gordon Gregor, but he makes amends and get him the second time round. Watsonians have a bit of an overlap here. Looking for the forwards to take it on. Just inside the home side 22. Highland competing well on the ground there, and I think they've won the ball.
Just two people in the air with the ball off each other.
Scott Fraser, sorry,
Oh, wait,
Colin
wait.
Castle
One now.
shoots the ball, and it's over the head of the Watsonians defender, puts him back into zone 22. He's taken it into the 22. It's Williamson for Watsonians, giving it wide. And sidestep in and out by the winger. Ross Stanley, but it's well taken by his opposite number. Ball bounces up, the referee's got his arm up.
14 first. No, no, no.
I think Andrew Kellett's taken for an infringement. Ball's taken quickly by Watsonians, but it's well tackled again by Kev Brown. Ball's loose. Went backward, the referee says, but he's done enough to win it. A gap here on the blind side. Sven gives it out to Andrew Kellett. We chip forward and he's tackled. Did he have the ball or not? It's given away. And Watsonians kick forward. As Jesse's got the ball, there's a bit of an overlap here on the left. Highland working well down the short side. Magnus Henry chipped forward, so it's not quite bounced back up for him. Good play again by the home side. Really looking good.
Just outside the 22, or you got the 20 drop.
Just under 8
You got a
minutes
scrum
left.
here, or the 22?
According to our new
Or
clock,
actually pointing here. Scrum.
which I remember to restart at the second half.
Scrum called. Red ball outside.
Outside, lads.
I think the wind's dropped a wee bit in the second half, so the blancmange is not so wobbly.
Don't really have a ball.
Let's go.
Down more, Roddy, down more. Two step backs. Let's go, John Boy. Quality, Roddy.
Crouch!
Okay, Watsonians put in their own 22-yard line. Highland be looking to compete well and the scrum. Big push again. Ball's out of the bat, but Hugo crushes through his opposite number like
tackle's there.
Close assaults. Has done really well. Watsonians just hanging on to possession. The referee says Highland have infringed.
It was fine, but then the second thing, 8
penalty.
to the ball.
Try to
First
rip the ball
turnover was
back and
fine.
off the
Second
feet.
one was also good attempt by Red, and then 8 hands. I'm happy.
Number 8, hands in the ruck.
Back it, mate.
Watsonians clear to touch. So it's a penalty, so Watsonians are going to throw in at the line out. Trying to get their call right this time. Home side shouting to get it in, but it's well competed at the front. And referee saying it's a knock on by Highland. So it should be a scrum. Watsonians put in.
Your 7 was absolutely fine. And so then. No, I'm talking to you. You've asked for an explanation. Thank you, sir. Let's go.
So we've had a new system this year on choosing the player of the match. People can vote online. We've just been told that the player of the match for the first home game this season has been given to Magnus Silvery. So Magnus will receive a bottle of champagne courtesy of our sponsors. Big scrum there by the home side. It's struck out at the back. Hugo Crush opposite, all over his opposite number again. Gordon Gregor is over it. He's now off his feet. Watsons have got possession. Low pass, but it's picked up well. Hugo Crush makes another good tackle. Watsonian still in possession, trying to recycle the ball wide here. Nice wee chip forward in behind Andrew Killick, who's got it. He's back on his feet, but it's went forward in the tackle. Ross Stanley comes away with the ball, looking in fear, looking for some support, but he's going across the way a wee bitty. Johnny Milton's over the ball, still on his feet.
That's fine, clean turnover.
The referee saying a great turnover, but we'll come back for the knock on by Andrew Killick.
Who's the knock on? Scrum, red. Everyone one more set of hands is going to come that over too. Yeah.
It's okay, we're in the last 3 minutes of the game.
I'm at 5.5.
5.5.
Let's go.
Emmett Strachan is going to put into the scrum. Watsonian sub at number 9.
The last one, getting back to where we were.
Getting a hard shift for the Watsonians forwards today. Haven't seen anything on the board in relation to the effort they've put in.
Crouch! Turf! Shake! Think! Let's go, come on! Bind!
Right in front of the camera here, right in front of the pod. Ball's in. Good scrum this time from Watsonian. That's held, but Highland are pushing it forward and sideways. Gordon Gregor that's put up forward. Good tackle in midfield by the home side.
Off there!
Still in Watsonian's possession. Try to run it out from their own half. It's a half tackle, but again, Highland were over the ball.
Out of it.
Watsonian's got a good bit of pressure just now, but they're not doing much with it, and they've knocked it on. Sven Pettersson picks up the
I have a knock-on advantage only.
Scotty Fraser in his hands, a wee bit of overlap here for the home side. Andrew makes through. It's out wide, yes, another good score from Jesse. Makes the home side 39, Watsonian 0. Scott Fraser on the right side of the post this time for a right-footed kicker. Nearly mentioned golf there. He's speaking about wine next. Like Callum Carson's gone off, just a precaution there. Wee leg injury. Good contact from Scotty Fraser. Better kick this time. Conversion's good. Which makes Highland 41, Watsonians 0. Good score and dying embers for the game for the home side. shorter kick this time
Never
from
10.
Watsonian. It's not made 10. So
Never
it's going to be a scrum to Highland.
Who's the captain now? Scrum call. Scrum boy, please.
There's that much heat in Inverness today that our South African kit man Benno's thinking he's back home. Thumbs up from him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go on.
Remember that pint I bought you last week?
Text me, watch inside man. Text me.
In reference to another game that's on tomorrow.
Hot! Bind!
South Africa against Scotland.
Come on.
Yep.
No. It was both teams. We've just fallen through. So let's just keep some sort of contest. We've only got a minute and a bit left. Okay. What are we on?
Okay, the thoughts went dead here at Highland Rugby Club. The referee saying there's a minute left.
Shut up, Kev.
Boys, maybe coming.
So the home side will probably be the last put into the game. They're going to run it, or they're just going to try to clear the lines.
Squeeze!
Free kick to Watsonians.
Let's go! Let's go!
Once again, my predictions mince. Watsonians run it, try and get a consolation score. Brought in a few tackles, but it's went forward there, but it's picked up by Rory Mighton. Like fellas, made a good few yards. And he got the blind side again. Stephen Murray taking in the contact. Again, he's making a couple of yards. Referee shouts them all, so it's got to be available, which it is. Well done, Scuba. Hugo Crush puts the kick in. Is it going to go dead again? Long. Looks awfully like it. And that's it. Back for the scrum.
Scrum with 22.
Will be the last play of the game.
30 seconds. It'll be last play off the scrum.
30 seconds, the referee says. As I predicted, it's the last play of the game. So it's looking like a confident first home victory for Highland Rugby Club.
Finish on a failed scrum, so you've got to complete it.
Green ball.
I think it's more pleasing that their
Boys,
defence
I thought we just fell through there.
haven't
Just hold off.
conceded any points whatsoever.
Nice ball. Thank you, boys.
Crouch!
Shake! You won there, boy.
So the last play of the game, Watsonians will be looking to run it.
Set!
Big push from the Highland Park. Ball squirts out the side. Hugo Crush
Hang on, backwards,
went backwards. It's in Highland's possession. Well, Rocco's in open prairie. He's well tackled and throws it up, and Watsonians in possession. High tackle from the home side.
Penalty advantage, 22.
Penalty only, the referee says. Watsonians have got numbers away here on the left hand side. Ben Morris looking to hit a gap. Still in possession, it's a good pass. Gordon Gregor tackles back well. Oh, nearly won the ball, but it's in Highland's possession. The referee's saying in at the side in the ruck. So Watsonians will take the ball. He's played it, yeah, tackle him. Sun's still beaten down here in Inverness. Ball's available for the Watsonians. They're going to get the first try in the dying minutes of the game here. One side will be trying to keep them out. Just 5 yards out underneath the home side post. The referee saying the ball went back, no infringement. Ball goes to go wide. We've got numbers out wide here. Good tackle by Rocco, and the ball's to Highland. It's kicked out by Magnus Henry. End of the game. Great first home victory for Highland Rugby Club. They won the game 41 points to 0. See you all in a fortnight. Thank you.
Very interesting, aren't they? Almost as bright as the kids we gave.
You won this. I went into the 7. Good. Cheers. Thanks, boys. Just out of pass. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Thanks for running that, mate. Oh, 22. I had a penalty against you here, just on the new rules. Yeah. There was one sort of one time here, so just new rules. I had an advantage, we converted it. Thanks, mate. Cheers. That wasn't a pretty game of rugby in the second half, was it? Not as pretty as the first.
No.
I mean, Watsonians had more fight to them.
They did, oh yeah, they had much more ball, didn't they?
Yeah.
Than in the,
Highland
yeah.
kind of all just melted a
They
bit
just
around.
rushed it a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
This is 12, last player. I think it was just a rugby incident down there when it was a tackle and they were both sort of standing over it and they banged heads.
Okay.
And he fell out, he fell off and he was lying on the floor and he got to his feet, then he went down again.
I heard the coach saying, how many head knocks has he missed? And I was a bit like... But yeah, was it just sort of like...
I think that was a rugby
Fine.
incident.
Okay, mate.
Okay. How are you? Hot?
Oh, it's okay.
Bit of a wind to keep you going.
I mean, you get to a certain point, it's obvious.
Yeah, because get that check.